It's okay. We're good.
So, I guess let's go ahead and just start.
Okay.
Aureylian.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good. How
Yeah?
are you?
I'm doing good. How's the con been treating you?
Good. So this is a little bit different than like a PAX or like even a Minecon, because at PAX and Minecon there's so many people.
Yeah.
And so this is nice because I feel like I can like walk up to somebody and be like,
Hi.
Hi. You know, take a selfie together. And
Yeah.
it's a lot more like talking instead of just like, I gotta just, there's a thing.
Sorry, I have
Yeah,
7
right.
panels I have to get to.
I do have 7 panels today,
Yeah,
but
that is
it's
true.
okay.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
So, how did you get started making videos? Entertaining? Now, do you consider yourself an entertainer or?
No.
No?
No.
No?
I consider myself a professional failure at anything gaming related.
You're really good at failing.
I'm really good at it. And pink. I'm anything.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I got started kind of by accident in that I was a part of a Minecraft server, and the guys on the server had done all the technical work where they had decided that they were going to do all of the bucket development and they were going to do all this stuff. And then we ran into the problem of like, how do we get people to play on our awesome server that we have? And they were like, you're good at Facebook. Why don't you? Which I don't even like Facebook, but they thought.
You were their marketing team?
Right. So they had me go on Twitter, and I had never watched like a Minecraft like Let's Play video on YouTube. I'd watched a couple of like music videos, but so I literally went to Twitter and I Googled, like searched on Twitter, Minecraft, and 2 people came up, and it was In the Littlewood and Basher. So I was like, oh, these guys play Minecraft, like maybe I'll try to talk to them. And I did end up talking to them. And after communicating on Twitter, they both were like, hey, we do this thing called live streaming. You should totally try it with us. And I was like, I have no idea what that is, but if I can play Minecraft, that's awesome.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Were you nervous at all?
No, I didn't know what it was.
Were they big at the time?
I mean, Martin had like 100K subs at the time, and Basher was probably right around the same time. Actually, Legend of Hobo, I'd watched a lot, so I was like, the whole time, I'm like, this is the Hobo guy. I'm so excited about this. So I live streamed and like kind of was really overwhelmed because I had pulled up Twitch, and I was like, what is this weird named website? And pulled up Twitch, and I was like watching the comments as Martin was streaming, and there were like 5,000 people. And then I was like, oh no. And everyone was really nice about it, and they kind of as a community said like, hey, you should start a YouTube channel. And so my first like 5 videos are vlogs, basically being like, I don't know what to do on YouTube.
People told me to do this.
People told me to make a video, and I was like so awkward and like it was horrible. They're still up, by the way, if you guys want to laugh ever. So I did that, and like instantly it kind of, people were like, it was like, I remember it being like 1 a.m. in the morning, and I couldn't figure out how to upload, and I had music by Pedro on Skype. And he was like, okay, you click upload, and then you drag it, and I was like, okay, and he was like, and then you're gonna need to annotate your video, and I was like, what does that mean? So he walked me through it, and then slowly over time, and failed uploads, and all kinds of stuff.
Right, technical issues,
yep.
abundant.
After like I bought a Mac thinking that was a good thing, and it was awful.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it was horrible. And so after all of that, here I am.
Cool. And the username Aureylian,
yeah.
where did that come from?
So there's a movie, a horrible movie by Matthew McConaughey called Fool's Gold. You guys ever seen Fool's Gold? Okay. Matthew McConaughey, what? So he's
no fans.
No fans. No one here is like Matthew McConaughey. Yeah, woo.
One person.
Yeah, right. No. So he in the movie there's a boat called the Aureylian, and at the time I was super big into World of Warcraft, and I wanted to start a new character. And I was like, dude, that would be so awesome for a mage. I'm totally gonna name my character Aureylian. And of course it was already taken. And so Blizzard had a function back then where it would suggest names that were similar to the ones that you had. And so they added a Y in the middle and an N to the end. So my name became Aureylian. And I was like, okay, well that's close enough, whatever. And then at BlizzCon 2010, I was there with a part of my guild from World of Warcraft. And they were like, oh, we all stay in touch through Twitter. And I had to download Twitter and make a Twitter name. Well, they all knew me from Aureylian, so that's the
So you just
name.
moved forward there.
Yeah, I think somebody showed me the Twitter thing where you can see what your first tweet is, and mine literally is like, searching for my guildies at #BlizzCon 2010. I was like, oh my god, that's a real story. So Yeah, and then when I made Minecraft, I had all the names already, so I just...
What other games did you play before Minecraft?
The
you like
Sims.
really got in? Is
The Sims. Like, I remember my mom being like, go outside. And I was like, it's hot there, and there's
Sims
people.
2? Which Sims version was this?
Oh,
One?
Let's get hipster
Sorry.
on it. I had
Okay.
like every expansion pack for one. We had this like really crappy HP computer, and it was in our basement, like in a real like no carpet, no walls. It was just like concrete floors, and I would sit down there for like hours, like with a hoodie and just like Coke, like the
Coke,
the drink,
the liquid.
And I would just like drink soda and play like for hours and hours.
And so you've been gamer from very beginning.
Yeah, PC after The Sims, obviously, and before that, my brother and I, we owned a pinball machine, and so it was like I would hold the record.
You had a real pinball machine?
A real pinball. My parents are awesome. We had a foosball table and a pinball machine, and we had like this like fake gun game thing. And so I would hold the record for like 5 seconds. My brother would come home from school and be like, "Oh no, you don't," and then he would beat me.
Were you really competitive with your siblings?
I tried, but they were like my brother is.
What other siblings do you have? Just one brother?
I have 2 older sisters and an older brother, so I'm the baby.
Were you always playing with the guys, like in video games?
Well, so my brother is 5 years older than I am, and then my sisters are 6 and 7 years older than I am. So they were like older, like in high school. And graduating when I was like old enough to kind of get into that stuff. So my brother and I were really close.
Right, there's too much of an age gap.
Right, and so my brother and I kind of always competed for games. I remember he bought the Dreamcast, and there was the boxing game, and he would get so mad at me because I'm not a console person. But I would put the Dreamcast controller on the floor, and I would just like hit it with my hands over and over and over again, and I would like come up with these.
They say your fingers are better.
No, it's palm of your hand.
So.
Yeah, and I would come up with these obnoxious like combo moves, and my brother rage quit so many times over that because I wasn't even skilled at it, and I think that was as competitive as I got with him because he actually is really good at console games.
Now, we had been talking earlier this week, and you'd brought up wrestling.
Yeah.
Just launch into that.
Anyone like wrestling in here? No? Tough crowd. Jeez.
There, two people.
All right. Not like WWE wrestling, like high school wrestling. Like Greek, okay. So my brother, because we were so close, he was a wrestler in high school. And so my parents would drag me around all of his tournaments every weekend. And he was really good and went to state. And now he's an MMA fighter. And so it kind of like grew up with that. And so then when I got into high school, I moved, and I didn't know anyone. Like I walked in day one, got lost. No one would help me because I didn't know anyone. I like sat by myself at lunch. It was the saddest day ever.
It sounds like a sitcom.
This is true. I was like the girl that ate in the bathroom. It was horrible. Yeah. And so
I wonder if you have a pink backpack.
I did actually have a pink backpack, and I wore a limited 2 T-shirt on my first day. I will never forget it. And so they were like, "Oh, you can try out for cheerleading," and I was like, "Oh, I can make friends." So I tried out, and they had like winter and regular cheerleading, and winter included wrestling. Well, that was my jam, man. Like I knew all the rules, I knew what it was, and so I joined the cheerleading team, and I did that in high school. And the wrestling cheerleaders are different in every high school than like the normal cheerleaders. I don't know if you like experienced that.
Yeah, if you're gonna sign up for cheerleading, you're gonna do the
football, basketball. No, and I was like hardcore into it. Yeah. So like I got benched one time for getting too passionate about the wrestlers, and I was like, "Get on the ground!"
Like you were benched as a cheerleader. They were like, "Sit down, please."
They were like, "You need to calm down." And I was like, "That was not a reversal. Why did he get 2 points?" I was so angry. And then that kind of like I was different in that point of view. That I was like the girl that like I hung out with the dudes because I liked to watch the wrestling, and I understood the rules. And when it came to like my friends that were girls, like, "Let's go shopping," and I was like, "Let me go home and play computer games." Yeah. So.
Have you guys? You mean shopping in The Sims, right? Like,
right.
Yeah. You guys understand.
Money.
Right.
Rosebud, right? Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and open it up to questions. There's a few different ways. If you're watching on the Twitch stream, you can use...
Twitch people!
Twitch people. We wanted to open it up to you guys as well. So what, hashtag Ask Ahri?
Oh, in the chat. They can just type in the chat.
How are we going to see it?
With the Twitch app on Android and iOS.
I need to download it. 1 second.
You guys like that?
Can we not just use Twitter?
You can use Twitter. Twitter, hashtag Ask Ahri.
Yeah, Ask Ahri, and I'll be
Chad's going to look at his phone. You're going to pull a good.
I am.
He's
I'm gonna look at my phone this whole time.
He's
But in the meantime, does anyone have any questions? We have 2 mics on either side of the stage. If you'd like to ask, we got someone right here.
Ask away.
Well, you do the building game with Captain Sparkles and Sethling. How did they meet you, or you met them, or how did that happen?
So a lot of the people that I've met from like all of the gaming that I do, I've met them through like Twitter. Like it was like a tweet that like maybe I retweeted them or something happened. And then when we go to like a PAX or a Minecon or an event like this, you just end up meeting them from some way. So I met Seth at PAX Prime last year, and then I met Jordan at PAX East last year. And I mean, pretty much everyone I've met at a convention, and then we just end up being friends and talking that way. Cool. Twitter is your friend. Pick a username people know how to spell, because no one knows how to spell my name.
I'm Googling your name right now, so I can auto-correct and then find your Twitter account. Sorry.
Hi.
Go ahead.
Hello. What's the most horrific thing you've had to guess/build in a building game? Was it the Lisa Frank?
So there was a building game, and I'm going to try to... Okay.
Keep it
Yep.
PC.
So we were doing a building game of the 1990s, right? Things from the 90s. And things from the 90s, we you know, me and Blue Bayou, one of the other girls, she typed in things like Lisa Frank, and we were typing in very like, the like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC and whatever. And somebody typed in Lorena Bobbitt, and I was like, I don't know how to draw this. So I had to draw a very graphic, dismembered person in the building game, and I was like crying.
Oh my gosh, is that the one with the feet?
No, that was the one with his...
Oh, I don't remember that one. I think I
an
blocked it
angry
out.
wife, cheating husband, and a knife, and that's all you did.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was the most graphic. I was like crying, like, this is not my style. I don't want to draw this. It was awful. It was horrible.
That's absolutely funny.
It's not funny. It's gross.
It's the best.
So at the beginning of the panel, you said that you consider yourself an ultimate failure.
Yeah.
And so you currently have around 95K subscribers. Do you believe that you did you believe that you deserve that many amount of subscribers? Because I do.
Oh, thank
Aw.
you. I think the reason why I like to maybe over dramatize being not that way is because I feel like a lot of times, like on Instagram, people will tag something and be like, oh, you're perfect, and I'm not perfect, and I don't want people to think that you have to maintain some kind of standard of perfection, or, oh, if you dress this way, then you're perfect, or if you act this way, you're perfect. Like, I mess up a lot, and I'm not good at Minecraft, and I am a normal person, and so I think a lot of the times when I say, like, I'm a failure, it's because I don't want people to be like, oh, I'm like the best at this, or I'm the best at that, because I'm not. And I feel very lucky that I can do what I do by not being perfect. And so I appreciate you saying that I deserve them, because I feel like I'm just like anybody else in this room, and I feel confused and happy that people think that I'm exciting and fun to watch. So
Thanks.
thank you.
I have a question. So when
I feel like I should hug that guy.
go hug him.
Can I have a hug? Okay.
Yeah, here we go. Hug time in 3, 2, yeah.
He's ruined his headphones too. Okay.
Being on YouTube can be frustrating.
Yeah.
And it can be sometimes, staying up and worrying about all sorts of stuff.
No sleep.
And when you're, traveling and catching flights, what are the things that kind of keep you motivated and keep you moving forward?
I think there are times where, like, I don't know if you guys know this, TSA hates me. Like, absolutely. I'm on some TSA list where they stop me at every airport. I get my bag searched all the time. So traveling for me is a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
But then there are like times where like I'm at GDC or I'm at a convention like this, and somebody drew me a picture earlier today, and they like handed it to me. And like I may be really frustrated at an airport, or I'm sitting and I was delayed in San Francisco for 11 hours. I got home at 5 in the morning after traveling for like many hours. And that kind of stuff, knowing that like I'm doing it because I'm fortunate enough to do it, because there are people that work very, very hard to get to the same place that I am, and I just feel very lucky in that I can't be angry that I play video games for a job, so like I should just calm down sometimes and be like, yeah, TSA sucks, but I'm lucky that I get to deal with TSA and travel because not many people get to do that.
Yeah.
So.
Very good. Very good. Go ahead.
He was here first. That guy over there was there.
Oh, you were here
You're
first.
You're so polite. Thank you.
That guy's he gets points
Your
for being
mother
polite.
raised you well.
Your turn.
Was it hard leaving your daughter for a few days to come here?
It is, yeah. So I am also lucky in that I'm in a situation where I can travel sometimes, and I have to balance traveling and being home in order to make sure that I spend time with her, and I have to buy her Minecraft goods
Yeah.
and come home and be like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I bought you this creeper.
Yeah. Here
And
you
then
go. We'll watch Frozen together.
Yeah,
now.
again, right?
Again.
Yeah, Frozen's the jam. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
So for that Christmas advent calendar thing, I
Yeah.
thought that was a really neat idea for
Thank
the
you.
parkour stuff. How did you choose who you were going to do it with next?
So a lot of it was based on scheduling. So what he's referring to, if you guys haven't watched it, in the month of December, I actually quit my job. I was working full-time for an IT company, and I quit, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do this YouTube thing. And when I wanted to do something that kind of like kick-started doing that. So it was Christmas, and I thought Advent was great. And I have a lot of people, like Chad, he was my first one, like Chad and Seth Bling, and a lot of different people who I had known for a very, very long time and never gotten to do a video with them just because schedules, like, you know, Seth Bling's very busy, Basher is very busy, but they're people I consider friends. And so I kind of like pinged them all, and I was like, hey, so I have this idea that I want to do for Advent. Do you have 15 minutes to teach me parkour? And they were all like, okay.
Which ended up being like an hour.
Yours was one of the longest. Yours
Well,
was the
mine was-
second
yeah,
longest. We
yeah.
did it for like an hour, and then I was like, we're going
We're
into
done.
cheat mode
We're
because this
done.
sucks.
We got so close to ending.
Yeah.
But
So everyone that I knew, I just kind of pinged them, and I'm lucky that I have that many awesome people
Okay.
that
thank
I
you.
know. Thank you.
oh, Wes says it was fun.
Was it
Wes
fun?
is
Wes
here.
did one too.
Wes did one.
Yeah.
Go
Hi.
ahead.
I feel like that's so tall. It's like hitting you in the eye.
Okay, so most people, when they first hear their voice on video, are kind of horrified.
Yeah.
What was your reaction when you first heard
I
your
was
voice?
whispering in my first video. Did you know that? In my first video, I'm like, so my name is Aureylian, and I really like to play video games, and here's this really poetic quote I'm going to read you. And it was so awful. And it was bad. Now I think I'm used to it, and I look back a lot of videos, I'm like, why did I say that? So dumb.
Yeah, that's probably the worst part of doing online entertainment is you immediately see the video that you just recorded and you're like, my brain doesn't work ever. Why?
Yeah, that's why live streaming is the best, I feel like, because I feel like when I record,
happens, it's
I
gone.
get very like, okay, now you have to look really smart, and you have to like do this, and then when I'm live streaming, I'll like be walking around, and I'm like, I'm gonna sing a song about potatoes, and I don't even know why.
Right.
Right,
Because you have to.
yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, you have a very nice voice. You should do YouTube videos. Do you have a username? What's your username? Fork of Victory. Okay.
Fork
Next
of
to you-
victory.
I like that. You and I am Spoon can. No? Okay. Oh. Oh, spoons. I was saying I am Spoon. I thought you were saying you hated I am Spoon, and I was like, don't say that to him. He has a beard. Hi.
Okay, so I've been thinking about starting my own YouTube channel and uploading videos, maybe doing Twitch eventually.
Yeah.
Something I've noticed on the internet is that it seems as if the older you are, the more respect you get and the more people really care about watching you. I mean, when I say older, I mean like, 20 people.
No, it's okay. You're calling me old. It's fine.
Yes.
Right.
But what do you think about it? Do you think that like YouTube and Twitch should stay in the realm of people in their 20s, people who've already graduated high school, or do you think that it should kind of stretch out to people who are like me? Like, I'm a sophomore in high school. Do you think
Yeah.
that it just kind of stretch down and really focus on younger people? Because I mean, it's the next generation of video making.
I think that a lot of times it's not really an age thing. I think a lot of it is how you come across in your videos. And I feel like sometimes when you're a little bit older, you've kind of already come to like this is who I am, and this is the kind of person that I am. And so you can come across as maybe a little bit more genuine. And sometimes people really try. And I think that that's like, it's hard to say don't try, like just be yourself and play games. But the way that like in live streaming versus recording is different, right? Like I am very much myself when I am live streaming, and then when I'm recording, I kind of get a little bit more serious and maybe a little bit more quiet. So I don't think it's an age thing. I think it's maybe just like a persona, personality.
Right. I mean, I've seen there's like 7-year-olds playing the Pocket Edition and commenting on it, and they get amazing. I don't think it's an age thing at all.
There's a lot of little kids that play too, toddlers, because everyone loves toddlers and puppies.
Yeah.
You should get a puppy to play Minecraft. It'll be called like Clifford Plays Minecraft, and he just sits there and hits the space bar.
Yeah, it has to have a face cam.
He's so cute.
Yeah, exactly.
You can put like a fake mustache on him sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. What?
Look for the next
And a
LP
hat,
on
a
my
tiny
channel.
little hat. Yeah. I have a question from
and hats.
Twitter using Ask Ahri.
Who is it?
It says, this is from John. He says, I'm in
hi,
the crowd. Can you find me and get a congratulatory
Where
high
are you,
five?
John?
John, raise your hand.
Now he doesn't want to be called out.
Either that or...
I giving you an air high
There
five.
we go.
Super
high five
sanitary.
to you, John. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I have a channel named Gaming, and I was wondering, what do you think I should do to get my channel more well-known?
To get your channel more well known?
Yeah.
I mean, I think with everything it takes time, right? So as long as you're consistently putting up videos, it's just gonna be building an audience. Make sure you have like a Twitter and a Facebook and talk to people and communicate and interact with your fans, and slowly over time it'll grow. I mean, it took me a year and a half to get up to, several thousand subscribers, and then that's December hit, and it was like
bam.
Yeah, it takes a while. So be patient and keep doing it, and as long as you like doing it, then you'll grow.
I think something that worked well for you was making friends.
Yeah, friends. What are those? Do I feed them?
Hooray!
Do I put them in the corner?
And by the way, we found John. He was just too shy to come up here. So high five. Bam.
Yeah.
There we go.
That was the worst high five, by the way. I missed half of his hands. I should have fallen down when I did that.
Yeah.
Hi.
Go ahead.
Hello, what's your favorite Minecraft YouTube series that you record?
Like on my channel or anyone's channel?
Your channel or anyone's.
Ooh.
Your favorite Minecraft series?
I mean, I really like the Minecraft Ever After series on my channel because there's fairies in it, and I think that's awesome. Foragecraft, though, I would say because I don't like playing by myself because I just feel awkward. But I like playing with other people more. And with Foragecraft, so the story behind Foragecraft was that at PAX East last year, I met Direwolf. And I didn't know who he was. And everyone's like, oh my God, it's Direwolf's face. And I was like, he just looks like a normal dude. But then they were like, oh, Direwolf and modded Minecraft. And I remember looking at Dire, and I said to him, I am not smart enough, and it's very overwhelming, and I will never, ever, ever play FTB. I will never do it. And he, on Skype, for months, was like, come play Foragecraft, come play Foragecraft. And I was like, no. And finally, he sent me a screenshot of a house made out of pink. And he was like, look what I have.
I thought I was going to screenshot of food.
No. I do love food. It was a pink house, and so I was like, all right, let me try this. It took me like an hour and a half to download all the mods and to get all the folders configured, and I remember being like, this is the worst. And then I got on, and I got to meet Pahimar and Soren and Direwolf and all these guys, and not only is it Minecraft, but mods are very overwhelming, but when you have someone who can walk you through slowly over the course of a year, 90 different mods, it becomes much more doable, learnable, playable.
You can handle it, yeah.
Anything lunchable, I don't know. Chewable. So I don't know. I think that because it's constantly changing, and I get to learn every day, and I'm with people who are very, very smart. And I don't know. Also, I get to paint people's houses all the time.
Woo! And play ping pong.
And make bacon cheese fries.
Yes.
In Minecraft.
Yes. Go ahead.
I've been wondering for a while, what is your favorite color?
Favorite color?
Pink. My second favorite color is aqua.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Aqua.
I like all the colors.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Hair. What inspires you when you're trying to make videos? Is there anyone you look to for inspiration?
Direwolf.
Direwolf?
Yeah. He's the most calm person, and he's very, like I said, he's very smart, and Minecraft is a great game to play when you want to play and, you know, do survival mode and go out and PvP and whatever. But when it comes to modded Minecraft, there are literally so many things you can do. And the fact that I can give him a ridiculous thing that I want to do, like I was like, I want to make a Christmas tree. And he goes, okay. And then we made a Christmas tree, and I was like, and I want it to have a choo-choo train. And he was like, okay. And I want the choo-choo train to sing, oh, Christmas tree. And he was like, okay. Like, he can do anything. The guy with mods can literally make something out of this wacky concoction of mods that we have on the server. And it's great being able to, like, teamwork with someone like that, where I can just come up like, hey, remember that Easter egg in Computer Craft that plays Star Wars? Let's make a movie theater. And it has like blackout curtains, and they rise when you push a button, and it plays Star Wars, and then the lights come up, and it's the craziest thing that I have ever experienced, and I'm very lucky to have him as my friend.
That's cool. That's cool.
I hope you're watching, Direwolf.
Dyer, are you out there?
I love you.
What content do you watch? Are there any YouTubers that maybe people haven't discovered yet, or something that you're always looking forward to when it comes out?
I watch a lot of different videos, so like I typically don't watch. I know it sounds horrible. I don't watch YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Like all of my friends.
You
are
make
like,
them.
It's really horrible when
You live
someone's
them.
like talks to me about something, and I was like, I've never heard of that. And they're like, well, it was in my video, and I'm like, I don't watch your videos. I'm so sorry. I do watch some people's videos, but I more look for tutorials now because I'm trying to like learn different parts of the game. You know, make Direwolf.
It takes a lot of
proud.
time.
It does. And so I will like Google like how to blah, blah, blah. And I watch a lot of tutorial videos on Minecraft.
So a lot of Direwolf 20.
And they're not always the videos that like come up with the most hits. Like I'll
Yeah.
find one that has like 46 views and I'll watch that.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I like Nate Wants to Battle. Do you guys know who that is? Nate Wants to Battle? Yeah? I like him a lot. He does a lot of parody songs about Pokemon.
What?
Yeah. Oh, and Family Jewel 7X, if you guys want to see some wicked guitar. I like him too. I watch a lot of his videos.
Does he do it in Minecraft?
No.
Wait, he just wicked guitars.
He's just wicked good at guitar.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
What do you think makes your content unique from other people? Do you think that you fall into a niche, or?
I don't think I'm very different. No. I think that I do a lot of things that are maybe over the top girly, like on Forgecraft, and then pink, and then I add
Do you
fairies.
think that's helped?
and
I mean, do you think that people
things.
connect with that?
Maybe. I am not like the Call of Duty type person. And so when I play Minecraft, that's genuinely me. Like I will go to the store and see like, you know, this cute little thing covered in glitter, and I'm like, oh my God, I want to have that. So when I play Minecraft, it's the exact same way. Like I'm not any different in the person that you see in YouTube videos versus the person that like if you saw me out in the hallway because someone drew me a picture and I'm like, oh my God, this is my favorite. It's the same person. It's the same person.
How did you meet Dyer, Sonia, and the others? But you kind of
PAX
covered
East.
that. PAX East.
PAX East.
Do you like going to conventions, and do you think that really helps meet other new people?
I think so.
Yeah?
It's different. It's different getting to like interact with someone one-on-one versus online. Because I don't know. I'm much more goofy, I think, in normal life, and I just like randomly start dancing, and then they look at you like, "Why are you so weird?" I'm like, "I don't know, it's just me."
You're like, it's just me.
Yeah.
It's just me.
Yeah.
Would you give advice to anyone who's starting out? What would you say to them?
I mean, I think the last panel at the end kind of covered it. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
It's really hard to carry on a persona day after day after day after day. And so if you can just go into something and being yourself and covering the content that you like there are things that I've tried to do in Minecraft, and someone's like, you should go play this mini game, or you should go try this mod, and then I try it and I'm like, this isn't really for me. And you can tell in the videos where I'm just kind of bored and I'm like, I don't really like this. And it may be something a lot of people want to watch, but like it's not something I like. And I can't fake that. It's very tiring to do that. So if you can just go into things being genuine and excited about things that you want. Like I play 1.2.5 Minecraft. Who does that? I do, because the fairies mod didn't update until like 2 weeks ago. And now they did. Ironic. I would like to say that I had a hand in that. I probably didn't, but I had to like backdate 1.2.5 Minecraft to play this one thing that I really wanted to play. And I don't care that it's not new, and everyone's like, oh, get with the new Minecraft, you noob. And I'm like, whatever.
You're like,
Get on my hipster level. 1.2.5. How do you like having red hair?
I like it a lot. How do you like having red hair?
I like it.
Have you gotten lots of comments for rainbow hair?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like
I like
what?
it. I don't know. You have rainbow hair? Are you Rainbow Dash? No.
Yeah.
The kids in my daughter's preschool, I walked in one day, and a lot of the kids at her school like Minecraft, even like the little ones. And so I was just talking to them, and one of the little girls was like, why is your hair in a rainbow? And I looked at her and I was like, because I like rainbows. And she was like, I like rainbows, but my hair's not a rainbow. I was like, this little 4-year-old is so angry with me right now about rainbow hair. I don't know what I did wrong.
She's like, you're fired as an adult.
I work from home, kid. Like, you don't judge me. Hi.
Where did you get your name from?
Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
Fool's Gold. Boat. World of Warcraft. In the Succession, just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Just that.
Yeah.
What's your feelings on, do you like to edit a lot of your content way down or just kind of put it out?
I hate editing.
Yeah?
I'm not good at it.
Yeah?
All the time people are like, you have a black spot in your video. I'm like, guys, I don't like it. I'm not good at this. I would prefer to live stream. Like, I really do. So what I've learned to do is to like live stream everything. And then what I do with the live stream is like, I'll mine for, like an hour and a half, and then it'll come time for me to be like, okay, so here's this thing that I mined, and then I just hit fraps and I record that chunk. So I actually don't have to do a lot of editing because I just do it, and then I just pull all the files and I combine them together, and then I render it out. But live streaming is my jam. I like YouTube. I like YouTube because I feel like I can condense the most interesting part, so people who can't be at live streams, like people from the UK and people from Sweden and Norway and New Zealand. Hi, Maddie. So all of those people can't always be at live streams. And so YouTube is the best way for them to be able to see what I've done without having to feel like they're missing out. So I do like YouTube from that perspective. But
Which platform do you feel like you have the best connection with your audience?
Twitch, most definitely.
Because of the chat room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do try to reach out all the time and to ask, answer questions. I try really hard to keep up on Instagram and Twitter and all of that. So when people tweet me, like, I have ADD, so I may read your tweet and then go to respond, and then like I'm like, oh, that macaroni is burning, and then I like walk over. I don't know why I chose macaroni as a
because
thing,
it was macaroni and it was delicious.
It's always nice. It's usually ramen noodles.
Yeah.
That's why I like that. But yeah, so I try to read all that, and Instagram, I try to keep up with all of that. So Twitch is a really good way for people to like remind me, like, hey, I sent you that picture, and I can be like, oh my God, I totally saw it, and then I got ADD and I didn't respond to it, but I love it.
Yeah.
So Twitch.
Yeah. And you're responding in person, which is kind of neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people like to correct me on Instagram and all
What,
those
spelling
things.
or?
Like mistakes. Like, you totally missed that piece of coal in episode 12, and I was like, I don't.
You're like,
I'm
okay.
so sorry.
Go ahead.
Hi.
Do you like cats?
Are you a cat person or a dog person?
Yeah. Yes. I feel like if I answer this really wrong, the cat people of America are going to be like, she doesn't like cats.
I'm a cat person, so.
We talked about this. I grew up with cats because all the dogs we owned tried to kill me. And so we did own cats, but I have 2 guinea pigs right now. Their names are Frodo and Sam. So I'm a guinea pig person. They're so cute. They're like little tiny little things, and you hold them in your hand. Anyway, they snuggle.
They do? They spoon?
Yeah, no, guinea pigs snuggle. They tell you hold them, and then they like go grr, 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 and they like.
They purr?
They make Chewbacca sounds.
What?
They're like little tiny Chewbaccas.
What?
Yeah, true story.
Crazy.
True story.
Hello for the 3rd time.
Hi.
What's your favorite Minecraft server and Minecraft minigame?
Ooh. So some of like Minecraft servers are all different, right? Where they all offer different perks and pros and cons. I do play on the Hive a lot. I play on Mineplex a lot, and then I recently started playing on the Vector Sector. So the Vector Sector is really cool. There's a lot of really awesome. You can like on the Vector Sector, there's a complex game where it's a PvP type game, and you can pick like one's like a sawed-off shotgun, and one's it's kind of like TF2, but in Minecraft. So you can have like a flash grenade and a bunch of different stuff. So I play on there for new games like that. It's in beta. And then for Mindplex, they have so many different games, and you can party with people, which is really nice. And then the Hive I like because I like their survival games maps a lot. Yeah.
When you were younger, what did you want to be when you grew up?
A greeting card designer.
A greeting card
Yeah,
designer?
I used to sit on the sidewalk because my mom would yell at me
Wait,
to
what
go
is
outside.
a greeting card?
A greeting card?
Like greetings, you're at my
No,
house.
like a birthday card.
Okay, got it.
Right? Yeah.
Got it.
Is that what? Am
Okay,
I
so
from
yeah,
like
yeah.
Canada or something, and they're not called?
Maybe it's my fault. I'm
Okay.
probably crazy.
So my mom would like tell me to go outside, and I'm not athletic at all. And so instead of like playing kickball or whatever like everyone else, I would like bring all my crayons and my markers outside on the sidewalk in front of our house, and I would like draw like get well cards and happy birthday cards, and I would like store them up for holidays. And then as they would come out,
Do you
I'd be
still
like,
have those?
I do.
You know what you need to do.
Not release them because they're awful.
No, you need to.
And I used to write stories as a kid.
Yeah.
I wrote a lot of stories. I got in trouble a lot in second grade for like always drawing pictures and writing stories when we were supposed to be doing math, because who likes math? No one. He likes math. You're the only one.
Do you like to do my math homework?
Yeah, I hated math. And so my second grade teacher, and I do saw, wrote me a journal, and it has cats on it. Where's the cat guy? It has kitty cats on the front. And she wrote me in the second grade. She was like, Aaron, that's my real name. Aaron, I hope one day when you become an author that you remember me and you stop getting in trouble in school. Love, Mrs. Ott. Well, thank you.
Stop pushing the other
I
kids
still
around.
have that, by the way.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I never wrote in it because I was thinking I was going to be famous one day.
Yeah, and
Not.
you didn't want to. No, right.
Not for writing anyway.
Right,
Are you proud I play video games, Mrs. Ott? Are you proud of me?
For a living.
Hi.
Do you think you're do you plan to make YouTube your full-time job?
I would love to. Yeah, if I can. So I do YouTube right now, and I also work for Twitch. So I'm lucky that I get to have both, and I get to spend time doing both, but YouTube is a very big part of my life. So I would consider it a job. It's not my full-time job, but I would consider it a job.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Did you go to college?
I did,
And
yeah.
what did you study in college?
I graduated from college. I double majored in school.
What?
Yeah. I have 2 college degrees, and none of them involve this.
I was gonna say, what were they?
I have a communications degree, and I have a nonprofit administration degree. So before all of this happened, I was a wedding planner, and I did like award-winning weddings and was in magazines and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then I wanted to not do weddings anymore, and I wanted to work for a nonprofit. I do like fundraising events and do galas for charities. So I got those 2 degrees because I wanted to do that. So when I graduated college, I stopped doing weddings, and I started working for a hospital. And I did PR for a hospital and did all of their educational classes for doctors and nurses.
Very cool.
And I also taught cake decorating. And I worked for Radio Disney.
How many jobs do you have?
A lot, because
Yeah.
apparently I have ADD when it comes to employment. But
yeah.
yeah.
Out of the jobs before YouTube, which ones were your favorite, and which ones were?
I got to eat a lot of cake wedding planning. Like, y'all don't understand how much I love cake, but I really love cake, and that was awesome.
Was there anything that was the worst?
Brides?
Brides?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
Got
the
it.
worst.
They are
Sorry,
the worst.
anyone out there getting married.
Yeah.
love you.
What has been a challenge that's been kind of hard to overcome, or that you've
I read
faced?
comments a lot.
Yeah.
And I probably, like, a lot of people online can be very judgmental, and they can be very mean, and they can be very blunt. And sometimes being blunt is good. Sometimes if you are really awful, or if your video is really boring and someone wants to tell you, like, your video sucks, like, I want to know. Like, if it's not something that people enjoy, I want to know that. But I think that sometimes I read comments, or I have Googled myself before, which doesn't always end up well. So I think that I tend to sometimes maybe be a little bit personal and take things personally from comments. But there are a far more overwhelmingly positive comments. So sometimes you just have to learn that the 1 out of 1,000 comments that's negative is not always the best. And I think you guys will see if you look at a lot of people's blogs and their Tumblrs and that kind of stuff, that we all read those comments sometimes and take things a little bit too personally. But I think that's hard, getting used to that. Yeah.
Creating a thick skin is not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. How would you describe your fans?
Awesome.
Awesome.
I don't like that word though.
No?
No.
It gets overused an awful lot.
I don't like the word fan. Like to say that someone is a fan of something means that like you're worthy of being like a celebrity. And because I don't feel like I'm any different than anyone else, I don't feel like saying that someone's a fan. Like I want just people to be like, hey, I like your videos and they're funny. And I want to be like, cool, I like your videos too. And I want to like be friends. And it's that thing that's very overwhelming to me, to that word. But I'm very lucky that I have a great group of like moderators in my Twitch chat, and Will and Patrick and Allie and Josh and all those people.
They said they're all watching.
They're all watching. By the way. There. They are all very, very good. And everyone that watches my streams, and some of you are here today because I recognize your faces, and I'm too embarrassed to say that I'm a stalker and I know who you are.
I looked at your Facebook.
I looked you guys up. But I'm very lucky that I have a group of very supportive people who like sympathize with me when I'm playing a scary video game, or when I'm struggling and I don't understand how to do something and I'm frustrated. They're like helping me through it. They do a lot of work behind the scenes to help me like stay organized and focused. And I feel like just overwhelmingly, I don't know, happy that people are awesome.
How, do you
and
feel
everything is awesome.
A specific connection?
What?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine.
Do you ever feel like there's something that you connect with more for some aspects than others, like maybe something like nostalgia or music or just general life?
Like with people?
Yeah, and your fans, and is there anything that you get a lot of enjoyment out of connecting with them, other than just them being there?
So I really like hearing people's stories a lot. So a lot of the times I'll get emails or I get letters to my P.O. box, and those are my favorite because I like hearing people saying like, hey, I had a really bad day and here's what happened.
Yeah.
Or like I've had people that have asked me very personal questions on like Tumblr because they know that I went through some random situation that they heard about in a live stream and say like, hey, you know, I recently went through this very traumatic thing, or like my grandma died of breast cancer and I talked about that in a YouTube video, and a lot of people came to me afterwards and said, hey, I want you to know, like, I lost somebody to cancer, and it was really hard, and I watched your video, and it helped me grieve a little bit, and I feel a little bit better. And I feel like connecting as a real person, one-on-one, that's kind of what makes me like what I do, is that I can talk about something that sometimes maybe not isn't so fun, but if I can help someone through it, or if they just have a bad day and they want to talk about it, or, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. What's your best moments on YouTube? Like, when you really feel like you're doing everything right.
I mean, I don't know that there are moments that are captured on camera.
I'm not even saying on video. I'm saying like emotionally.
There are times where like I've done projects like I Love Blocks. Did you guys hear that at all? No? You got it? I recognize, you're one of the people I recognize.
That guy saw it.
You saw it? Yeah. So when I worked with Tiffany and Lydia, there was like this moment of like this video coming together, and I was like, do you know how cool I Ask Cupquake is? And I'm like sitting here in a studio recording this song with her and telling her that I like her hair. Like, that was a moment where I like had to wake up and I was like, this is someone that I look up to. And I came up with this idea and we're doing this thing, and now it has like 1 million views on YouTube. And like for someone like me, that's pretty impressive. And I felt really happy about that, just that I have had the opportunity to work with some really amazing people. And Survive the Night came out, and that was with Approaching Nirvana, and I have played their music on stream for a really long time. And when this guy named Sam like messaged me on Skype and was like, do you want to do a song together? And I was like, I think you have the wrong person. Like, I don't think you want me for this. And he was like, no, really, do you want to do something together?
So
and I was
surreal.
like, yeah. So like now I'm flying down to Miami and we're going to record 2 more songs. And like, that's really awesome.
Very
Not like I don't feel like many people get to do things like that, and I feel very lucky. And let's all have a moment.
Perfect.
Let's all hug.
Yeah, I think so.
Anyone else want to hug?
You know, and that about wraps it up.
Yeah.
Unless if anyone has any final questions.
No?
No?
Okay.
Everyone, please give a huge round of applause for Aureylian.
Thanks for not making me sit behind that table.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's so hot
this is
up
the
there.
dreaded table. You were talking about ADHD, and we got a few tweets that were like, I really like that, and I'm going to ask a question about that poster behind you is ridiculous.
You guys like the GameVidExpo
Right.
poster?
Exactly,
Yeah, awesome.
exactly.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming and not making me do this by myself.
No problem.
I was
Will
sitting
you
up
be-
here like ahead of time, like, I don't want to do this. I don't
Will
like
you be
being on
doing any
stage.
other panels later that people can catch you on?
No.
No? You're just
No,
going to
I'm
be walking around the
moderating. I will
convention?
be moderating 3 panels at 3, 4, and 5 o'clock in the secondary programming room.
Perfect. So you can catch Aureylian there or throughout the panel.
Thank you guys.
Thank
for
you everyone for coming. See you next time. Coming up next is some great panels here in this room, so stick around.